Hi, this is Patty from the Albert Lee Public Library here for Science Blast. So today we're doing an experiment with ivory soap. I think we've seen this one here at the library before. You probably know what's going to happen. But what we're going to do is we're just going to take this bar of ivory soap. It's on a paper plate. We're going to put it in the microwave and we're going to put it on for a minute. And we're just going to let that count down. Now, do any of you know what's going to happen to that ivory soap? We can't see inside there, can we? So when it gets down a little bit, I'll open it up just so you can take a peek to see what's happening to that ivory soap. What normally happens when you put something in the microwave, like if you had a stick of butter, you put it in the microwave, it would melt, wouldn't it? Or chocolate chips, you put chocolate chips in the microwave, they will melt. We use a microwave to heat things up, don't we? And let's see, we're down to 21 seconds, so I'm just going to open the microwave and show you what has happened. Now, that is not totally done yet, is it? So let's put the microwave on again, we'll set it back in there, and I think we're going to reset and put it in for another minute. What was happening? It was not really melting. It looked like it was, expanding, didn't it? It was getting bigger, fluffier. Why is that, I wonder? Well, ivory soap has air pockets in it, and those air pockets expand. Kind of like, what happens to popcorn when you pop popcorn. Popcorn, the kernel has a little bit of water in it, and when you put it in the microwave, like for microwave popcorn, when you heat it up, it expands and it bursts open. And that's kind of what is happening to our ivory soap. It's expanding and bursting open. Let's see here if we can. Oh my. Okay. Do you see what happened to our ivory soap? Wow. Okay. Yes, indeed. Now, this isn't even, my goodness. This isn't even the whole ivory soap, believe it or not. Can you believe that? Because our ivory soap is still here. I don't know. Should we try it again? You want to try some more? We'll put it on that side. We'll put it in for another minute. I can't believe it. I think this is the most we've ever expanded our ivory soap. We'll let go a little longer. So I have another bar of ivory soap here, and if you were to take a bar of ivory soap and let's say here's a bar of dial soap and you even just hold it in your hand, you can kind of tell that the ivory is a little lighter. Let's try this experiment. We've got a bucket of water here, and when something is less dense than the water, it'll float, right? So let's put our dial soap in our water. And what happens to that? That went right to the bottom. Here's another bar of soap. It's Dove. Let's see. Do you think it'll float? Does it have enough air pockets in it? Well, they went on its side. Okay, let's try the ivory soap. Let's put the ivory soap in and see what happens. Oh, pops right up. It's got those air pockets. Does that make it better? I don't know. Maybe you're paying for air, I don't know. Oh, okay. Maybe we should have left it where it was, do you think? Okay, look at the mess I made. Now, do you think I just wasted a whole bar of soap? Well, actually, we're going to use this soap and repurpose it. If you do this at home, feel this. I mean, it's kind of fun to play with. You could actually, what we're going to do is we're going to repurpose this ivory soap, okay? We're going to add a little bit of warm water. We're going to use our hand and just squish it together. It still feels like soap, even though it looks different than the soap. And then, if you wanted to, you could add food coloring to this. Deborah, would you mind coming and helping me with just add a dot of food coloring? I'm afraid my hands are just messy. Everybody knows Deborah. She's been a helper here for many years. Just add 1 or 2 drops of green food coloring. And then we're going to mix it together. You might need a little more green food coloring. This is something you might want to do like outside. It would be a good outdoor activity. Do it outside. Well, we're going to have this. It's kind of not perfect, is it? And then we need one of our cookie cutters. And they are on the tray. So I kind of got this formed. And then what you want to do is take your cookie cutter, cut out a shape, just like you do cookies. We're going to put that right here. Now, if you let that dry, you will have a pretty scalloped shaped soap that you could maybe you could make some ivory soap to give away as a gift, huh? Let it dry. I don't have any to show you that's dried, but that's how you would do it. It's just repurposed, right? We repurpose that. I am going to wash my hands right in this water, and then we will set up for our next. Ooh, I have lots of soap on my hands. Okay, so for our next experiment, we are going to use baking soda. And this looks like water, doesn't it? Actually, what we have in there is vinegar, just like that, vinegar. And we're going to use a balloon. I have a funnel. I'm going to put the funnel into the balloon. And I'm going to take some of that baking soda. And I'm going to pour it into my balloon. Whoa. Okay. I think we have enough in there. It doesn't really want to go down anymore. So we'll move that aside. And then very carefully, we're going to put the neck of our balloon around the top of our bottle, which is not a very sturdy bottle, is it? Let's see if we can get it. Might have to have Deborah come and help again. Oh, thank you. There we go. Thank you so much. Okay, so vinegar, baking soda. Anybody have an idea what will happen when I dump the baking soda into the vinegar? I bet you've all done those volcanoes, haven't you? Where you have baking soda and you add vinegar. And let's see what happens. Okay, this could make a mess, so we'll just put it in here. Do you see what's happening to our balloon? How do you blow up a balloon with baking soda and vinegar? Is that cool or what? One day when it's nicer, we're going to do one outside and it's going to shoot everywhere. That'll be a lot of fun. Today wasn't the greatest day to be outside, but how cool is that? A new way to blow up a balloon. If you were having a party and you needed a lot of balloons and you didn't have a lot of air, just use your baking soda and your vinegar. All right, so another thing you can do with baking soda is we used some cookie cutters here and we made these little baking powder shapes. All you do is you make a paste. Okay, they're kind of breaking apart, aren't they? I think we had them dried too long. That's what it is. And since we know what happens kind of when we have vinegar, and we also have lemon juice. And let's see what happens when we take the vinegar and add it to our baking soda base. This is something you could do at home if you want to just experiment with things. This is lemon juice. We'll see if it does almost the same thing. Here we used like an ice cube tray mold or a baking mold. We made some Legos, some men, and that's the vinegar. Might be kind of fun to dye your paste, make it different colors, and then use your vinegar and water, just put it on a tray outside or even just put it on the sidewalk. Let's try making a little paste. So how you make your paste is you just take baking soda and you add some water. And you stir it up. When I was little, we used to stir this up, make a paste, put it on our mosquito bites so our mosquito bites wouldn't itch. We'd walk around looking like somebody with something wrong. All right, I'm going to make it a little more, so we're going to add a little more baking soda to it. I kind of want a pretty thick paste. Okay. I think we need just a tad bit more. So let's do that. Now you could also add food coloring to this if you wanted to. If you wanted to, that's another cool thing you could do. Add food coloring and make different colors, like of these, have a blue one and a red one, and put them together and drop your vinegar or lemon juice on it. And what do you think would happen when they combined if you had two different colors? All right, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to put some paste in. And I'm going to push it down. And then I'm going to add some dessert sprinkles. What do you think will happen with the dessert sprinkles when they hit with the vinegar or the lemon juice? This should actually set a little bit, but we're going to pull it off. You ready? Let's do some vinegar. It's supposed to kind of look like fireworks. Bubbles a lot. Don't really see the fireworks. Oh, I see a little bit. Do you see a little bit of fireworks there going on? It's off a little bit. Well, that's it for science class today. So we'll see you next week. I don't know what we're doing next week. Oh, I think we're cooking. I think we're cooking next week. Because that's science, isn't it? Baking is science. I think that'll be fun. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.